Okay, I want you to get out your textbooks to page 164. Might want to go ahead and pause this while you're getting that ready. And we're going to look at problem 1. We're starting chapter 3, and it's about, I believe, linear functions is what it said. So it says, what's your prediction? Better make sure. Modeling data using linear regression. Okay. So we're looking at the average global temperature for each decade between 1880 to 2001. So global meaning the world. So decade number 0 is 1880, 1889, and that's the average temperature. And so it goes on by decade being 10 years, right? So I want you to go ahead and answer number 1. It says identify the independent and dependent quantities and their units of measure. So you should be used to doing that. And then do number 2, it says do, but it should be does the data represent a function? Why or why not? If so, describe the function. Remember, in order for it to be a function, your x value cannot repeat. So you want to go up here and look and see, do any of our x values repeat? These are our x values here. These are our y values here. Do any of them repeat? And you should know if they do repeat, it's not a function, it's just relation. If it doesn't repeat, it is a function. And then we have several functions we learned. We learned absolute value function, quadratic function, exponential function, and linear function. So go ahead and describe what you want that to look like. Pause it, pause this, finish 1 and 2, and then get your calculator up so I can show you how to do the next part. So you're going to put this data into our calculator. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring up your calculator here, okay? Turn it on. When we want to list data, we put it in the list, okay? So basically you'll see it says list under stat in blue. So we want to hit second and list. Oh, nope, sorry. You just want to hit stat, sorry. Stat and then edit, okay? And so that gives you line 1, line 2 that we're going to list. Line 1 is always your x, and line 2 is always your y. So for line 1, you're going to put in 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to 12. Then you're going to go into, right arrow, over to line 2. And line 2, we're going to put in our temperatures, 56.876. Oops, what did I do there? That's supposed to be a 6, right? And then we have 56.642. And then we have 56.732, and then 56.822, and then 57.0, oops, 50, let's go back here, 57.038, right? And 57.236. And you're going to keep going down all the way down to 12. I'm not going to, just to save time. Then we want to go back and make sure that matches up, because if we're 1 digit off, then the whole thing will be off. So I went back, double checked each answer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. To graph it, we're going to, first of all, we're going to need to fix our window, because our x goes from 0 to 12, right? So we could just put in 0 here, and then might want to go a little bit over 12. Maybe put in 15. By scale of 1 is fine. Then we're going to go to our y. Our lowest y is 56. So it's not even 56. It's 56.8. So we'll go ahead and put 56 in here. And then if you go down, our max is 58.34. So we could put 59 maybe. Then for our scale, you know, if we go by ones, there's only be 4 spots, and we have 12 pieces of data. So I would say probably go by 0.5 there, okay? So now that our scale matches our chart, we need to graph it. In order for, it to graph what we put in here, so this is our data we put in. In order for it to graph it, we have to turn on the stat plot. Before we do that, we want to hit the y equals and make sure there's nothing in here, okay? Now we can get to stat plot 2 ways. We can go up to plot 1 and hit enter. That turns it on, but we're going to want to make some adjustments. So we're going to do second y equals. And see, we did turn on stat plot for on, But if we hit enter, we can turn on some different things. We want to know the type of graph. I would say probably go ahead and put points in here. This tells me that X is line 1 that we put in, our Y is line 2, and you can change your mark. You can have these little squares, the pluses, the decimals, whatever. So once we're good with that, we go ahead and hit graph. And you can see how your data is going. And you guys should have more because you're going to put the rest of them in. Okay? So that's how we get our X and our Y's, our line 1, line 2, into the calculator. So after you've done all that data, you're going to go down, and that's what this explains to you, how to put it in line 1, line 2, which I just showed you. And then they ask you, why do you think the first decade is numbered 0? Answer that. Between which consecutive means in a row, decades was a decrease in average global temperature, okay? What is the range of the data set? Range, remember, range is Y values. Is it possible to predict the approximate global age for this? Explain your reasoning. Would it make sense to draw a smooth curve connecting the points? Why or why not? And that's all I want you to do. So I want you to complete 1 through 8 on your own. You can repeat the video if you missed the calculator portion. Okay, and then after you do that, complete that part of your textbook. I want you to complete the pretest that I gave you today. And you're just going to complete the first half of the pretest that I explained to you in class. Okay, and then tomorrow is Wednesday and you have at-home school. So if you go to Edline tomorrow, I will have posted on my math page what you need to complete there.